All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing. Kyle McRacken, Martin Edmund Jones on the front row. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden and Ethan Wolf have the second row. Tyler Jalbert, Brandon Varney on the third row. Bryn Roberts, Josh Doobie have the fourth row. Vern Spring and Jonathan Emerson rounding out the top 10. Harold Rothery and Jared Merchant 11th and 12th. 13th is Rick Grant, Blake Galloway, and here we go, green. Standing start, and they got off the grid really quickly on this one. Ethan Wolf saying he didn't know what he did to the setup, but he's got a hot rod here tonight. Currently in fourth place as they come through the first section of track. Kyle Martin still holds the lead after the first few turns. And it looks like Josh Doobie's got a hot rod here tonight as well, as he's already up a spot and looking to take sixth place from Bryn Roberts. Oh, Doobie's around. Oh, Kyle McRacken, Edmund goes wide. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden to the lead. Ethan Wolf comes by for second. Jalbert sneaks by for third. Ed Jones Sr. has crashed. Down into that final turn. That Aaron Clark, you see, had spun there as well. Doobie got loose, came across the track, collects Sr. in his chaos on lap 1. Rusty Modesty, who had to start from the back, has only picked up a couple of spots up into 16th. Meanwhile, Oven Mitts opening up a big lead over Ethan Wolf, and Jalbert now looking for second as Harold Rothery has crashed. Rothery coming down to the last two turns. Oh, gets into the grass, trying to carry the momentum outside. He gets into the inside wall. Ethan Wolf, Jalbert still battling for second. McRacken and Edmund Jones fourth and fifth trying to catch up. A bit of chaos here early. Jalbert all over that back bumper. Edmund Jones has gotten back past McRacken into fourth. Meanwhile, Jonathan Emerson back in sixth place leads the second pack of cars with Bryn Roberts, Vern Spring in it. Ethan Wolf just set the fastest lap of the race so far. In second place, trying to run down Oven Mitts. Blake Galloway has quietly snuck his way up 5 spots. He is now up into 9th. And another one of these guys might want to worry about, Kenny Tripp, up 6 spots into 11th. Brandon Varney currently runs in 12th. Rusty Modesty in 13th. Josh Doobie looked fast in practice. Now back in 14th after numerous problems. Rick Grant is on pit road. He had an incident a moment ago. Let's see what happened. Let's back this up just a little bit more and see. There's Josh Doobie having an issue. Rick Grant had spun. Oh, looks like Rick had spun right in front of him. Let's see if we can find the initial issue for Rick Grant. Oh, we've got a big Blake Galloway fan in the house. Holy cow, Rick Grant went for a ride there. The Blake Galloway fan's got to be happy tonight. Already up 5 spots into 9th place. He has just been quietly picking them off since the drop of the green. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden, meanwhile, continues to lead. Actually sets his sights on some lap traffic. He has set the fastest lap of the race last time by. The other big mover, Kenny Tripp, locked in battle right now with Jared Merchant. Again, we talked about in the pre-race, the drivers talked about how bumpy this track is and how tricky it's going to be in these lightweight, very little suspension cars. As Ethan Wolf and Tyler Gilbert battle for second as they pass the lap car of, I believe, Harold Rothery. Josh Doobie, you have had a rough start to the night, buddy. Ethan Wolf in second. Gilbert looks to the inside. Gilbert's got to run down to the bottom into turn 2. He's got the nose in. He's going to clear out a 3, back across in 4, though. And a drag race down to the next turn. And they are actually pulling away from Edmund Jones and McRacken. Jonathan Emerson starting to gain a little bit of ground. Bryn Roberts as well. Vern Spring now in trouble. Here comes Blake Galloway to pick up another one. Brandon Varney has crashed. There's a lot of beating and banging going on right behind. Oh, Varney just loses it right in front of several cars. Manages to get the thing turned around, though. Quick recovery by Varney. Getting word Josh Doobie is out of the race after the lap 1 problems. That's a bit of a heartbreak considering how much speed he had in practice. Oven Mitts continues to run faster and faster laps. He's got a 2.4 second gap now on Ethan Wolf. Oh, Chance Maddox saying him and Old Lucille are going to make a run here tonight at Iowa in the Tour Mods. Although I don't like your car being called Lucille, pick a different name that is only allowed for guitars. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden continues to lead, pull away from Ethan Wolf and Tyler Gilbert. Gilbert falling back just a little bit. Edmund Jones and McRacken side by side into one. Oh, that got a little dicey. Off into 2, still side by side. McRacken gets a good run out of 3 and pulls back into 4th place. Edmund back to 5th. Emerson in 6th, Bryn Roberts in 7th, Vern Spring in 8th as Blake Galloway in 9th has caught Vern. Oh, Vern gets a little bit loose out of the turn. Blake Galloway is going to get another one. He drops down to get the draft, sets up wide in the turn. Cuts back across. What a move by Galloway. Great move by, man, Vern Spring keeps fighting back. They're side by side into the second to last turn. Lap traffic will become an issue. Vern backs out of it into the final turn. Blake Galloway now finally secures 8th. Meanwhile, Aaron Clark, Jonathan Emerson, and Brandon Varney have all crashed. Let's see what happened. Oh, looks like Aaron just gets loose out of the turn. Brandon Varney back behind. We saw this play out. Varney gets loose in the same place. Or Emerson. Rather, that was Jonathan Emerson. Now let's take a look at Brandon Varney. Varney almost the same spot he had an incident a lap before. And Ed Jones Sr. has just crashed. And the same, we're seeing a lot of drivers get loose right through there. That is an uphill, off-camber, bumpy turn, and it can be a bit tricky out there tonight. Blake Galloway is almost caught up to Jonathan Emerson now. Meanwhile, they go around lap cars. Bryn Roberts now up to 6th. Edmonds still holding on in 5th. McRecken in 4th is almost caught up to Jailbert in 3rd. I actually love the name Lucille, but go look up the Lucille guitar, Chance. And that is literally my dream guitar. So, calling a car anything else by that, yeah. And if you want to buy me a Lucille, I mean, I'm more than happy to let you. Matt Oven, Mitz Hayden out front. Kyle McRecken Martin just set the fastest lap of the race as he runs down Tyler Gelbert for 3rd. Rusty Modesty, who had to start from the tail end of the field, has continued marching his way up, now up into 9th, trying to chase down Blake Galloway in 8th. And he's fighting through lap traffic here. Looks like Vern Spring is going to follow him through. Oh, Kyle is really hanging it out, but Edmund had just gotten back past him. Let's see how Edmund managed to get past Kyle. I'm guessing McRecken had an oh, McRecken gets loose off that turn. That turn is eating everybody alive here tonight. It's funny, Chance. Drums is the next instrument I'm going to learn to play. Matt Oven Mitz Hayden continues to lead with 8 laps to go. Ethan Wolf currently in 2nd, Jailbert in 3rd, Edmund Jones back in 4th, Kyle Martin still holding on in 5th. Bryn Roberts back in 6th. Jonathan Emerson in 7th. Galloway back in 8th. And Rusty Modesty has caught up to Galloway. It's going to be tight off the final turn. Jared Merchant, Kenny Tripp have both just crashed. And it looks like the same spot we have seen repeatedly here. Looks like Jared just gets hooked. Kenny came to a stop to let him get corrected. Looks like he just backed up into him. Banjo's on the list, Chance, but I'm currently doing my best to continue to be able to play more instruments than my little sister. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden still has the lead with 6 laps to go. Ethan Wolf in second. Tyler Gilbert in third. McRecken in fourth. Edmund Jones is around. What happened there? Blake Galloway has had a problem. Oh, Kyle gets in too deep, gets loose, gets into Edmund. What happened to Blake Galloway? Rusty Modesty and Blake Galloway battling. Oh, Galloway just gets loose off that turn. That's the first time we've seen somebody get loose off that turn, but these guys are fighting extremely hard. Jarrett Merchant just had an incident. Through the final turn, gets too much of the rumble strips. Man, these guys are fighting hard tonight. Ethan Wolf and Tyler Gilbert back together, back in the fight with 5 to go. Gilbert all over the back bumper. That is the battle for second place. Gilbert sticks the nose in. Can he keep it there? He does. Off the turn. Gilbert now to second. Ethan Wolf back to third. But Gilbert is still 3 1/4 seconds behind our leader, Matt Oven Mitts Hayden. However, lap traffic is going to come into play during the final 4 laps. Aaron Clark just ahead will be the first lap car that Matt gets to. Aaron goes wide, lets Matt by easily. Gilbert holds on in second. Ethan in third. McRecken back in fourth. Edmund Jones in fifth. Bryn Roberts still in sixth. Jonathan Emerson in seventh. Rusty Modesty, who started at the tail end of the field, now up into eighth. Vern Spring in ninth. Blake Galloway still holding on to a top 10 spot. Oh, whoa! Blake is sending it. He drifted it through that turn. Wow. That was probably the craziest way we've seen somebody go through. Well, Blake Galloway and McRecken are the only two to drift it all the way through turn 2 so far. Vern's starting to blink a little bit. Matt Hayden's lead continues to grow over Tyler Gilbert. This time by, Oven Mitts will get popsicle sticks in the air. It'll be 2 to go at the line. And this will definitely put Matt Hayden up to second, possibly into the points lead here tonight, if he can keep it on the track for 2 more laps. Gilbert in second, Ethan Wolf in third. McRecken back in fourth, Edmund in fifth. Bryn Roberts in sixth, and Jonathan Emerson in seventh, actually gaining ground on Edmund. Rusty Modesty back in eighth. Vern Spring in ninth, Blake Galloway in 10th, Kenny Tripp, Jared Merchant, and Harold Rothery rounding out the lead lap cars. Lap cars getting out of the way, giving the lead lap cars plenty of room to battle. Emerson still has his sights set on Bryn Roberts here, but hasn't been able to close up and make a move. Oven Mitts comes across the line. White flag is in the air for Matt Oven Mitts Hayden. Tyler Jalbert in second, mixed in with a lot of lap traffic. He is 3.25 seconds back. Ethan Wolf back in third. McRecken in fourth. Edmond in fifth. Jonathan Emerson starting to look on Bryn Roberts. He's going to send it deep into one. Not enough this time. Oven Mitts coming through the final turns. Two more turns and that front straightaway, and Matt Oven Mitts Hayden will get his first win of the season. Out of the final turn, he is going to do it. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden pulling off the win here at Okayama. Jalbert is going to come home in second. Ethan Wolf finishing third. Kyle McRecken will come home fourth, and Edmund Jones will come home fifth. A last turn battle. Emerson sends it deep. Emerson makes the move on Bryn Roberts on the last lap and makes it stick. What a finish we had. Let's talk to our top three, starting with Ethan Wolf. Hey, Ethan, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, you had your hands full of My Little Ponies tonight, but had a great run.
I had my hands full more than just that. That was driving on ice for 20 laps. I guess I'm skilled enough not to have it turned around on me.
You definitely managed to hold it together really well, where a lot of guys were struggling here tonight, and you and Gilbert had quite a battle.
Yeah, I was a little nervous. He kind of almost wrecked me at Lanier, and I didn't want to be in that same spot because I like talking to you. So I was just gonna put up a hard fight and not risk it too much.
Well, you made it work tonight, by the way. Chance Madrick said that's a subpar performance, so I'm just saying you might want to wreck him in the tour mods.
And where was he at, right?
Exactly. Good call, buddy. Congratulations, man. That was a hard-fought, well-earned third place.
Thanks, Doug.
All right, Ethan Wolf comes home third. Tyler Jalbert comes home in second. And Tyler, I still say having Rainbow Dash on the car is an unfair advantage.
Yeah, gives me that extra sparkle power.
Man, that was a great run. You guys had quite a battle going on up there between you and Ethan.
Yeah, it was pretty good. We had different strengths and weaknesses. You could really tell by where he pulled and where I, closed the gap. But all in all, I think it was pretty fair and clean racing.
It was really clean, and I gotta say, man, you guys had some side-by-side battles in places where we saw guys spinning out all over the place. Both of you did an amazing job just holding on and not getting into each other.
Yeah, it's definitely Ethan's a good one to battle with. Watching him over the time, he's pretty consistent. Staying off people. And it's not really bad for a set me and Brandon Varney built just in practice, hoping we would do good.
It definitely paid off, man. A great run tonight. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, Doug.
And finally, our winner, Matt Oven Mitts Hayden. Matt, I never would have thought that you'd be a road racing ace, but you just smeared them tonight.
Oh, sorry, wrong channel. That was that was fun tonight. Yeah, I used to not look forward to these, and now it's like after a little while, especially kind of run some road courses with Rusty. I love these things.
Man, Okayama is a fun race course. I have to say I've never run I've run the short course maybe one time, and I know it looked like it was a handful, especially later in the race. We were seeing a lot of guys spin on coming up the hill into that right-hander, but you managed to keep it planted all night.
Yeah, I think that was the important thing. Was these corners are fast and flat, and especially that section where you're heading uphill. I'm about to get creamed right here. Boom. Yeah. My steering wheel. Anyway, but yeah, that section uphill, man, you got to be real careful at keeping the weight kind of balanced as you go through there and kind of tiptoe. And that was my plan, was just just run consistent laps, don't make any mistakes, and if you do those two things, a road course, you'll usually be all right.
Well, you got it done. You got your first win of the season. You'll definitely pull up the second in points. You might even take the points lead after tonight.
Yeah, we got to get back on track. That having so many cars show up to last, and I kind of got screwed on the heat races and Constellation. I kept getting stuck on the outside and just had issues and stuff like that. I need to talk to the owner of the league about provisionals for past champions. There needs to be something about that. But now I want to thank Checker Flag Motorsports. Rusty, he got the setup dialed in for us today. I hate that he had to start in back because he would have been up there with me if not winning this thing. So I hate that he was back there. And Harold, and thanks for Jimmy for out there watching. If you're out there watching, man, miss you, bud. But anyway, thanks everybody for the great race.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Matt Oven, Mids Hayden made Rachel Ray proud tonight. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few moments as the Tour Mods are headed to Iowa. That's going to be exciting. Don't go anywhere.